Hey Patricia, what's up? We ended and started a new video, so here we go. We're gonna jump right into it. These are long, lengthy breaks. Arizona, Cody, Atlanta, Gary Mazzana, Eddie Bobel with Baltimore, Chris Nadon, Boston, Cubs to Eddie Bobel, Richard Delgado, White Sox, Randy Carpenter, Cincinnati, Cody Kovac, Cleveland, John May, Colorado, Patricia with Detroit, Will Hanlon, Houston, Joshua Whitaker, Kansas City, Cody with the Angels, Thang with the Dodgers, J Law, Miami, Dominic Cordone, Milwaukee, Jonathan Van Vliet, Minnesota, Desi Mets, Adam Puccia, Yankees, Oakland to Gary, J Law with Philly, Cody Kovac, Pittsburgh, Drew Burke, San Diego, San Francisco, Seattle, St. Louis, and Texas, Gary Mazzana, Tampa Bay, Richard Delgado, Toronto to John Moran, and John May, Washington. And we are underway. Not a bad first case. See if we can keep it going. See if we can have a better second case. First case definitely relieved some worries for me, so feeling good about case 2. Hopefully they'll pop in a minute, but like I said, we're going to go ahead and get started. Heritage, a longer break. There's Thang. You know it, my guy. How are you doing, man? How are you and Julie doing tonight? On this fine, early afternoon, early evening for you guys? It's almost 5 o'clock there. Are you guys at home or... Save the Ohtani for case 2. Awesome. What time do you guys have training? And when you say training, are you talking about training like as in yourselves? You guys have like a training session, or are you talking about training as in you have like a class where you're gonna train some, I don't know if students is the right word, people that come to your, and again I don't know what the right word is, but dojo or whatever, I don't know if that's the right word, and I apologize if it is the incorrect word. Studio. Just put it in the trash bag, yeah, so we kind of release some of the air at the bottom, and all the packs are just kind of sitting at the top and flying out. Jiu-Jitsu class at 7. Okay, oh, we got plenty of time, man. We popped out the first case in an hour, so we're going to do the same thing right here, so you guys got plenty of time to make it. Alright, here we go. Schwarber, Baldwin, Corbin Burns, Cole Young, Owen Casey, Garcia, Rafaela, Cags, Kyle Teal, rookies, Yesevich, Nolan McLean, World Series, Javi Baez, Gavin Lux. Christian Montez de Oca. And we got a green. Scooble and Skeens. Are these numbered? Yes. Green to 99. So this one will have to be randomed. Detroit is Patricia Looney, and Pittsburgh is Cody Kovac. Green out of 99. We didn't hit any greens in the first case. Mostly blues. Colton Cowser, Simeon Woods Richardson, Devers, Freeman, James Wood, Lennon Sosa, Yainer Diaz, Augustin Ramirez, rookies, Cutchin, Jonah Tong, Bubba Chandler, Jeremy Pena, Machado, Acuna, rookies again, Bryce Eldridge, Noelvi Marte. So once again, first box, first auto. We did that in the first case. Noelvi Marte. Cincinnati is Randy Carpenter. Randy Carpenter. Yes, Joshua Whitaker, you are in this one with Kansas City. And just, I'll announce it in a second, what I was going to say. Carter Jensen. Harry Ford, Kyle Freeland, Miggy, Matt Chapman, Adolis Garcia, Mike Trout, Brandon Nemo, Christian Moore, J-Rod, Brandon Lau, Jaden Hill, Lawrence Butler, Sal Stewart, Jacob Mizorowski. All right, so someone just messaged me about this. There are differences here. There are black and there are dark gray. Dark gray has a print run of like 1900. Black has a print run of only 50. It is not numbered on the card, but it has a print run of about 50. So Jose Altuve, numbered out of 50, going to Will Hanlon. Kerry Carpenter. Junior Caminero. Davis Schneider. Trevor Larnach. Brady House. Mike Trout. Oh, hand numbered. Going to Cody. Mike Trout, hand numbered at a 77. That's a nice one. That'll fetch a penny. Mike Trout, a 77. Solid start here. Bubba Chandler. Drake Baldwin. Joe Adele, Bryce Terang, Freddie Freeman, Brian Hayes, Jackson Churio, Carl Yastrzemski, Ronald, Jonah Tong. And this is a 50th anniversary. That'll be going to Seattle, which is Gary. 50th anniversary. Darnell Hernandez, Braxton Ashcroft, Austin Martin, and Simeon Woods Richardson. That'll do it. Box 1 and 2, not a bad start. We got a numbered relic, which are tough pulls, and an auto. Not a preferred, not the auto of choice, but it's an auto. And we'll take it. Yeah, so if anyone doesn't want their base, like I said, I'll say it again. I will go back, just like I did with case 1, and check for variations. But if you want your base, they ship. You don't have to tell me you want your base. You will get them. It's just, just for those that don't really care for base. Vets, that is. Base sets. Base rookie ship, insert, hit, parallels, all that stuff. Simply base vets. If you don't want them, you don't get them. They will go to someone in the room who already asked for them if anyone doesn't want their base vets for set building. Quiet crowd here in the second case. Had a little bit more energy in the first case. Alright, about to get going with box 3 and 4. My plan, like I told you guys, is not going to be breaking in the next at least 3 nights. No Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. We are going to be March Madness heavy, but I am going to probably use those days to try and fill at least Leaf Optichrome and maybe a case of Heritage. Another case of Heritage. That one's going to depend on tracking. My next 3 breaks will be Optichrome, Heritage, and Disney. Optichrome, Heritage, and Disney. I certainly hope so. Actually, I'll take 2 base if we can get an auto. How about, or a parallel or something. Connolly early on the Chrome. I don't remember hitting any of him, which I didn't take his out, I guess. But Connolly early Chrome. There's a Roman Anthony. Owen Casey. Kyle Teal. Chase Burns, a nice blue. Brian Reynolds. Yesevich. Lopper Fido. Nolan McLean. Cam Schlittler, Cags, Dylan Dingler, Justin Martinez, and Nolan McLean. You still in for more cases, Chris? I know you said as many as I got. Dansby, Harry Ford. We got a Mike Pazik 50th anniversary. I would love to see someone do a 50th anniversary complete set. Minnesota, Jonathan Van Vliet. Kodai, Freddie Peralta. Jeremy Pena, Cody Clemens, Christian Moore. It's not, I mean, you didn't commit to anything, dude. If you don't, you definitely don't have to if you don't want to. Ruiz. Jonah Tong. Kyle Manzardo. Rengifo. George Brett. Bubba Chandler, nice blue. But I am the Roman Anthony Whisperer. As soon as you miss out on a case. There's a black Cags. We'll take that. I'm sorry, a dark gray Cags. There's a guy in the Heritage group that, he does the 50th anniversary set. I think that would be cool. I've never, hit a big name, like I don't know, Nolan Ryan or anything like that. I want to see something like that. Bryce Eldridge. Rookies, Evan Carter. Bubba Chandler, Michael Garcia. I know there's a lot of set builders. Aaron Judge for this set. Mason Miller, Darnell Hernaiz, Cole Young. And we got an Acuna Clubhouse Collection for Atlanta. That one's going to Gary Mazzana. Really? How do you know? How do you know there's only 2 of them? Angel Martinez, Samuel Basayo. Why some of these are upside down. Byron Buxton, Brent Rooker, Brandon Sproat, George Springer, Jonah Tong, and Bradley Rodriguez, O'Neal Cruz, Junior Caminero. Rookies. Bryce Eldridge. If we keep getting so many upside down ones, I'm just gonna keep rolling with it. There's a Cammy Black. Flip them. Chapman. There is a same guy we hit in the first break. Michael A. Taylor. White Sox. Richard Delgado on the black /77. Michael A. Taylor. Man, he's been around for a while. Luis Gil. Vlad Jr., Carlos Narvaez, Brooks Baldwin, Riley Green, Brady House, Jacob Mizorowski, Denzel Clark, Carson Williams, PCA, Trey Sweeney, rookies, dark gray on the Owen Casey. Oh, that's a nice one. Deckle Edge, J-Rod, Seattle. I think that's going to Gary Mazzana. Deckle Edges are SP, but they're not crazy hard to hit. Barrios, Piazza, Bobby Witt, Corbin Burns, rookies. And Jackson Merrill on the Clubhouse Collection. That's going to Drew. Drew Burke with the Jackson Merrill. All right, 4 down. 8 to go. Who you guys got for March Madness? Who's your team that's gonna win it all? I've never ever really been a big NBA guy. I don't know why, other than the fact that it just wasn't a thing in my house. Like, my dad didn't watch it, didn't have a team, but college basketball, on the other hand, has always been huge. Always been huge Duke fans. Like, it's just a thing in North Carolina. Michigan, Purdue. My only issue with filling out the bracket is I just can't live with myself to pick against Duke. So, like, I always pick Duke to win it all. I just can't, like, unless I make multiple brackets, I just can't, pick against my team. Even when I make a bracket and I'm like, all right, I'll make one where I'm picking Duke, and I'll make one where I'm not. It's like then, well, even then I got like Duke going to the national championship game and then losing. But maybe I'll do two, a Duke one and then a non-Duke one. But then again, the other problem with that is then it's like, which one do, if I'm watching a game, who do I root for? You know, if not specifically a Duke game, but if I'm watching, you know, if I make some other changes to the bracket, I like to have one like main bracket to follow and stick to, and it gives me something to watch in every single game. Oh, first weekend of March Madness is one of the best weekends of the year, sports-wise. I don't know that it gets much better than that. All right, next next two. Mason Miller, Piazza, Christian Moore, Emmett Sheehan, run RBI leaders, Jose Altuve, Mizorowski, Ryan Jeffers, Andre Granillo, and Nolan Ryan. Eduardo Rodriguez, Chase Burns, Joe Ryan on the 77th anniversary. That is Minnesota. Going to Jonathan Van Vliet, 77th. Joe Ryan. And for Detroit, that's going to Patricia. We got a Pedro Garcia, 50th anniversary. We got a Kodai Senga, Taylor Ward, Jacob Wilson, Gabriel Moreno, Adam Frazier, Peyton Tolley, and a Jeremy Pena. That's going to Will. Jeremy Pena. Christian Javier, Cole Young, Mason Wynn, Mackenzie Gore, Ramon Laureano, J-Rod, Lindor, Owen Casey, Shane Bieber, Cam Schlittler, Kyle Teal, Yesevich, Miggy, Andrew Abbott, Noelvi Marte. Noelvi Marte is our only auto right now for Cincinnati. You have Philly. Didn't we hit something for Philly? Maybe not. Harry Ford, Christian Moore, and Scooble. Joey Cantillo, Mizorowski, Cade Cavalli, Brenton Doyle, some rookies. Kenley Jansen, Patrick Bailey, Yuri Perez. Oh, there's one I recognize. Image variation, Jack Caglianone. Image variation, Cags. Going to Joshua Whitaker. Caught one. Soderstrom, Gunner. Harry Ford. We got a Curtis Mead, blue to 150 for the White Sox. Curtis Mead. Black and white on the Heriberto Hernandez. That is another variation. Odd to hit 2 in a box. But Heriberto Hernandez, that is Miami on the black and white. Marte, there's a nice black or dark gray, whatever. Kyle Teal. Jordan Lawler and Drake Baldwin. Josh Hader and Connolly Early. Another one for Boston. Brady House. Oh, another one for Cincinnati. George Foster. That one's very nice. Randy Carpenter. Doubling up again. The first break we had 2 Yankees autos. And the second break we got 2 Reds autos. George Foster. That's a cool one. That is a cool one. Volpe. Lane Thomas. Jordan Beck. Nolan McLean. J-Rod. Kyle Schwarber. Hunter Goodman. Owen Casey on the blue. Royce Lewis. Sal Stewart. Freddie Freeman. Christian Moore. Bubba Chandler. And that'll be the halfway point. Halfway. Hopefully, we can get a banger out of like kind of similar to the first one. Marte's not great. He's young, but not a great auto. George Foster, that's a great throwback auto, kind of like the first case. We got a throwback with the Willie Randolph. We got the Jazz, which was nice but not great, and then we got a banger. So now we need a banger. Cincinnati, though, they're one that I really liked. Their checklist. They have a really, really nice auto checklist. George Foster, Johnny Bench, I think Tony Perez. They had a nice checklist that I liked auto-wise. Alright, not a bad first half. I know someone said earlier 3 to 5 autos per case, so we only got 3 in the first one. Hopefully we can get 5 in this one. For I don't know, a year or 2, they were really pumping Heritage, man. We were getting like 7 and 8 autos per case, but they weren't too exciting. I'd be really excited if we could get a red ink auto. That would be really nasty. Usually in Heritage they also have there's usually a no team spot. There's usually some inserts and celebrities or historical figure chases, but not this year. I'm not sure why. So we are going to 7 and 8 here. We need to find that dual auto. Paul Skeens, Nolan Ryan. I know Cody is dying for that bad boy. That would be an insane one to hit. Alright, here we go. We're going to go left to right this time. Keyshaw, Ellie De La Cruz, Owen Casey, Harry Ford, Zach Gallen, William Contreras, Reese Olson, Cody Clemens, Ellie De La Cruz, Addison Barger, Christian Moore, Correa, Edwin Diaz, Logan Webb, Brooks Baldwin. I don't know why we're back to getting some upside down. Josh Nixon Garcia. Back again. Bryce Harper. Johan Duran, Victor Mesa. The Miz, Anthony Siegler. Tovar. Yandy Diaz, Zach Neto. And we got a Clubhouse Collection Matt Olson. That is Atlanta. Going to Gary Mazana, Matt Olson. Corbin Carroll. Cags, regular that time. Jonah Tong. And not that one, but not the Bill Russell you're thinking of, but here's a Bill Russell. Dodgers going to Thang on the 50th anniversary. Tyler Soderstrom, Wilyer Abreu. Hoskins and Muncy. Pepio. Carlos Beltran. Brady House. Jesus Sanchez. Joey Loperfido. Bradley Rodriguez. Cole Young. Owen Casey, Hunter Green, Jacob Young, Nick Kurtz, Kyle Teal, Dylan Cease, Yesevich. Oh, there's a nice one. Deckle Edge on the James Wood. Washington, I think, is Gary. Nolan McLean, Ernie Clement, Wilson Contreras, Matt Shaw, and Green Dansby. Dansby Swanson to 99. That is going to Eddie Bobel. Dansby to 99. Luis Robert. Ryan O'Hearn, Jeter, Denzel Clark, Manzardo, and Riley Green, Jeff McNeil, Brooks Lee and Jose Ramirez, Bubba Chandler, Jonah Tong, Luis Castillo, Kyle Bradish. Rookies. Rod Carew. There's a nice blue Mizorowski for Milwaukee. Blue. Merrill Kelly, Sal Stewart, Bryce Eldridge, and Brandon Lau on the Clubhouse Collection. Tampa Bay is Richard Delgado. All right, let me move these. All right, so 8 down and 4 to go. Who's still with me? Who's sticking it out? I feel like Heritage is, I mean, I feel like even Flagship's a little bit better, but I feel like Heritage is one of those products that is just brutal to watch. Maybe Flagship if you're doing hobby, because it's so many packs, but I feel like, you know, in an hour-long video of this, I mean, I feel like a majority of that is either opening packs or just showing base cards. Patricia's still with me. But, you know, Jumbo, like, we can fly through the base cards and get to the good stuff. You know, it's in the middle, like, it's all hidden in Heritage. Like I said, on shipping though, this will take a few days to sort. I'll try to get some of it done tomorrow and Friday before the games start. But ultimately, I plan on watching the games. Most of it, not all, if I can do it without getting in trouble with the wife. All I plan on doing the next few days. But this will, oh, excuse me, plan to be shipped out by Monday. I don't have anything. Oh, I have Pokemon. Pokemon's the only other thing I have. That was from yesterday. No, yeah, it definitely has potential. Like I said earlier, I really like the autos in this product. I know they're super hard to hit, but they're cool. They're some of the nicest looking autos, and they're on card. But, you know, the opening pack, like this part right here, I know is boring, and flying, going through all the base, I know is boring. We want hits, and Heritage doesn't do a very good job of being able to focus on that. Especially with them hiding the variations for some reason, which I'll never understand why they can't put it backwards like they do in every other product. Whatevs, let's get going. Next two. Aranda, Cole Wilcox, Michael Garcia, and our first real one, Relic, Pete Alonso for the Mets, going to, I don't remember who has them in this case, Desi Domingo, Adam Frazier, Laureano, Mike Schmidt, Cole Young, Carlos Correa, Brooks Lee, Zach Galoff, Owen Casey, Kyle Teal, Trey Yesavage, Jaden Hill, Heriberto Hernandez, Jason Dominguez, Nolan McLean, Shohei, Carter Jensen, Miguel Vargas, Harry Ford. Harry Ford's got something on the back, like a stain. And we got a Paul Goldschmidt for Adam on the Clubhouse Collection with the extra relic in that one. I opened the fastest. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. I know, like I said, I know that's boring. No one wants to sit here and listen to me talk while I open packs. You guys want to see what's in there. I wish I would shut up. Burleson, Edgar Kiro, Christian Moore, CJ Kafis, Corbin Carroll, Ozzie Albies, and Willie McCovey. I like the older Heritage, though, where there wasn't a lot to sleeve up in the packs, not a lot of variations and stuff, but you got the hot box. Luis Robert. There is a decal on the Gavin Lux for Cincinnati. On to Randy Carpenter. And did we not hit this same guy earlier? Like, what are the odds that we hit the same guy? Let me check them. I might be wrong. Yeah, what are the odds that we hit two Pedro Garcias? Going to Patricia. Hernaiz, Christian Campbell. We're not going to speak on that. Moving on. Oh, we got a gold at least. See if that's any good. Ronald Acuna and Riley Green. Record breaker gold. That's nice. Patricia Looney. Riley Green, 2 of 50 on the record breaker gold chrome. That's a nice one. Oh, I know someone that's going to be very upset with that hit, missing out from case 1. I don't know who has San Francisco in case 2. Gary Mazzana. That's a nice rookie. Like I said, I know Bones was chasing him in the first case. Bryce Eldridge, Real One Auto. There we go. I hope he's not watching this case. Seth Lugo, rookies. Trevor Rogers, Springer, and Lindor. When I flip it, it goes right back. Chase Meteroth. There's a Roman Anthony. Come on, back and forth. Robert Suarez, Josh Smith. Carson Williams. Ugh, I'm serious. The back upside down stuff is so annoying. Ben Rice. We got a Jorge Soler decal for the Angels. Brenton Doyle. Jonah Tong. Dave Parker. Aroldis Chapman. Bryce Eldridge. Bubba Chandler. Ozzie Albies. Brooks Lee. Mizorowski. Luis Rengifo. Brandon Sproat. Wyatt Langford, Taj Bradley, Raw Power Jack. Bobby Witt on the refractor. It's decent. Michael Garcia, Slade Sassoni. There we go. Nickname for the Cubs, PCA. PCA nickname, Eddie Bo Bell. That's a nice one. Big name, nickname variation. That's a nice hit right there. We got the Stott, Ian Seymour. And Brian Reynolds. All right, that'll do. Down to 2, last 2. All right. I would say a much healthier board in case 2, but I would say that case 1 had the bigger hit thus far. I think this one's probably a little better, well-rounded, but finish this up, and then I'm going to head downstairs, get me a snack, watch a little TV, and go to bed. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. When I'm working upstairs and sorting and stuff, I like to have something on TV that I don't have to watch. like something I've already seen or maybe not super into, and for some reason I started watching until this red room. There we go. You know I'm the Roman Whisperer, man. The Roman Whisperer. But yeah, for some reason I started watching Breaking Bad again. I've already watched the entire series, but I was looking for something the other day. I'm like, yeah, let's give that a shot. Come back to that. Yeah, red Roman Anthony. That might, if we hit a red Roman Anthony, is it big? I would say yes, but I wanted your opinion. Would that be bigger than the black from Series 1 that we hit? I would say yes, because I like these autos way better. The black was an insert auto. So we're going last two boxes. We're going red Roman Anthony and Shohei Ohtani auto. Two guys that are still watching and calling their shot. We need another auto. I like the Eldridge and I like the Foster, but Marte, I don't understand. Like, I know Heritage is a product where you're not getting a ton of autos. Why can't they make them count? You know, they don't all have to be bangers, but Marte, come on, we can do better than no Elvie Marte. All right, last two boxes of our two-case night. Let's hope for some autos. Harry Ford on the blue, Josh Young, Nolan McLean. Oh, I'll take that all day, baby. Carson Williams. There we go. That's cranking us up a little bit. Two nice rookies in case two. That's going to Richard Delgado. Carson Williams, a big prospect, a big rookie this year, in my opinion. Top prospect. Tampa Bay. Let's go. That's a nice one. Ryan Weathers. Cam Schlittler on the dark gray. That's nice. Bryce Eldridge. Jeter, Corey Seager, Jazz Chisholm, Robert Suarez. I don't know if it's me or you guys, but what do you guys think? But there's an image variation. I caught that one on Yelich. I feel like Jazz Chisholm is way more into himself than he should be. Decent player, but I think he thinks he's a lot better than he is. Geraldo Perdomo, Cal Raleigh, Peyton Tolley, Owen Casey, Ryan Pepio, Kyle Teal, Trey Yesevich, George Foster, Jackson Merrill, Miguel Cabrera, Bubba Chandler, Harry Ford, Peyton Tolley on the blue, Ellie, Chase Burns, Christian Moore, Bobby Witt on the blue, Cal Raleigh, Mizorowski, Kodai, Dalton Rushing, Wilson Contreras, Anthony Siegler. All right, move these. Yeah, I don't think he's that good either. But he definitely thinks he is. Jack Dreyer, Jonah Tong might be our last hit. William Contreras for Milwaukee. So 4 autos. This case, we got 1 extra auto. Will Smith, Ernie Clement, or 1 more auto than the first case, not extra, 1 more. But 3 of them are solid. One of them I could do without. Hunter Brown, Chris Sale. Let's see if we can at least catch a variation or get another nice color. Rookies, Adley Rushman. That one looks black. The other one's like a gray. This one's like the black. Kyle Stowers, print run of about 50. Miami. Garcia refractor. PCA. Victor Mesa. We're not done, Thang. Don't leave. Bryce Harper. I appreciate you, though, very much, man. Jordan Westberg. Shota. Ketel Marte. Bryce Eldridge. Mookie Betts. Giancarlo. Francisco Lindor. Alright, last stack. Jacob Young Green out of 99 for Washington. Alright, that's probably it, Thang. Unfortunately. Cole Young. I will recap and then I'll go through and see if we missed anything for San Francisco. We got a John Curtis on the 50th anniversary. Torque. Casey Schmidt, Owen Casey, Kyle Teal, Wilyer Abreu, and Sonny Gray, and another Yesevich. And that will do it. Alright, recap. The 50th anniversaries, we got John Curtis, 2 Pedro Garcias, Mike Pazik, a rookie infielders, and a Bill Russell. Numbered, we got Jacob Young to 99, Dansby to 99, Curtis Mead to 150, Joe Ryan 77, Michael A. Taylor 77, Scooble and Skeens to 99. Decals, we got Soler, Lux, Wood, and J-Rod. Black, we got the Kyle Stowers, and then Heriberto Hernandez on the black and white. Clubhouse Collection Relics, we got William Contreras, Paul Goldschmidt, Brandon Lau, Matt Olson, Pena, Merrill, and Acuna. The Real One Relics, we got Pete Alonso. We do have the Christian Yelich image variation. We got the Mizorowski Blue, the Jose Altuve Black, the Jack Caglianone Dark Gray. We got the Noelvi Marte auto. I'll go with the Cags image variation. The Mike Trout hand numbered to 77 jersey. Riley Green record breaker gold to 50. PCA nickname variation. George Foster auto, Bryce Eldridge auto, and Carson Williams auto. Alright guys, give me a minute and we will look for anything else and make sure we didn't forget or miss any variations. We found two in the first case, so I'm going to guess that we have the same kind of luck and we find an image variation and then one other variation that's not an image variation. But we'll stay live so you guys can watch me do it. You don't have to watch if you don't want to, but just so there's transparency. But again, nothing breaking the next few nights, so be on the lookout for a post. I do think I'm going to post. I definitely post an Optichrome and then probably Heritage. Give them both a few days to fill. Maybe try to dual break them up and get both of them ripped on Sunday. And then Monday or Tuesday, we'll do Disney. Patricia, I'll try to get it up tomorrow. You might have to remind me, to be honest with you. Like I said, I'm only going to be up here for a little while in the morning tomorrow. So, you might shoot me a reminder. I mean, I'll definitely get it done. But if you want it done, if you want to make sure I get it done tomorrow, just hit me with a reminder, or I'll probably forget. Because it was in case 2. So if I do forget, I won't be reminded until I sort case 2. Which means I'll have to sort case 1 first, but... no luck so far, guys. Maybe I caught them all. I think, how many did I catch this time? 2 images and the nickname. The first case we got 2 images, the nickname, and the banner. So can't just look in one spot because they're upside down. So making this a little bit more strenuous. Still nothing. Almost gone through this whole first row. Jeez. I don't have it in front of me. I do not. Someone said earlier that there was a list, there was a list of SPs, but I don't have it. Sure, it's a Google search away. Alright, still looking, 1 row down. Remember back in the day, Heritage was a variation per box. You got 1 in every box. Now most of them were image variations, but you at least got 1 per box. Or most boxes, I'd say. Maybe like 9 or 10 in a case of 12. Jeez, this is getting... It's one thing to do this and find a couple. It's another thing to do this and find none. Oh, we found one. Finally. Good night. Still got a little bit to go. Love to find, I think that one was an image variation, so I would love to find non-image variation. Something else different this time with, other than a banner. And if we find a banner, that's fine, but let's see a different one. Let's see a different kind of variation. I know the nickname variations, like back in the day, those were some of the biggest ones. We hit 1 in each case, so that could be really good. Like, I remember back in the day, like Trout nickname variations, and some of those bigger names were huge money. All right, maybe one or two, maybe 2 stacks left. One image variation. I mean, I know it has to be done, but I'll never understand why they don't put them backwards or do something. Heck, hey, here's a variation. Nope, let's hide it. Let's put tiny little white letters on the back and hide it. Alright, so we found a Yuri Perez image variation for Miami. Alright, guys, that is it for tonight. I do appreciate it. 2 fills, solid breaks. We got some nice hits. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys want more. And I will see you next time, guys. Take care. Enjoy March Madness. Let's go.